Hi guys, welcome to No Venture. So some of you might know I have a pet bird called Candy. So Candy is a cockatiel bird. She's almost 4 years old now, and recently she isn't doing so well. There's a bit of lump near her butt area. I will post a picture at here for you guys to see. So because of that, I have made a vet appointment, and we're going to bring her to see the vet, and hopefully it's nothing serious. So this is Candy cage right now. It's like a palace. She got her food, her calcium bone, and right now she's eating pellets, and she got her favorite treat right there. This one is her play stand. And that's Candy. So Candy like kisses. She like me to give her a stretch and kisses. It's so cute. She's gonna fall asleep, so I'm just gonna let her rest until the time we need to go up.
So where are you going?
I'm taking Candy to the vet. See? She's happy. She grew up already. She barely feed me.
One thing with her at the moment, basically, I can see her swollen bit. I'll have a good look at it. Okay. Let's feel. Sorry. Okay. So at the moment, basically, her belly is quite full of fluid. And that's something that is going to be a bit of a problem. There we go. We'll back up there. So, with a girl like her at the moment, like I said, she has been laying a lot of eggs. She's had a lot of stress on her body. She has got signs of liver disease as well. And it is going to be something that, if I had to guess what is going on, we either got one of two things. One is that the uterus itself has had quite a bad problem. We've had something like basically like what they call salpingitis, or like inflammation in the uterus because an egg failed to form. Something like even a liver that's very swollen and leaking fluid. But the point being right now is that both of those two things are quite serious, you can imagine. So the point being is neither one of them means that she's unable to still function. She's still obviously moving around, she's acting like everything's okay, because that's what birds do, they pretend. Yeah. I mean, do you have other birds at home or just her? Okay. So the point being right now is basically what we need to do is a couple things. The first one is we need to find out where that fluid is and what it's associated with. And we'll most likely need to drain it if it's in the actual belly itself. If it's in the uterus, then what we need to do is basically try and find ways to manage it. A couple of outcomes that we could have, if it's like say uterine swelling or fluid, some of these birds that we can do is we get them on the right medication, we give them hormonal implants, so we actually shrink the uterus down and they can go back to being small again. The uterus goes from being tiny, like the width of this bar, when they're not using it so they can fly and save weight, to being very big and ready to hold an egg when they're hormonal. And so the point is, with the right kind of multivitamin support, with a hormonal implant, with antibiotics and inflammatory, we can sometimes shrink it down. In some cases, we even have to like surgically remove it, but that's quite rare. If she's got liver damage and she's got basically like free fluid building up, then what we can do is we can address that as well. You know, there are some other possibilities which are more scary. Like she could have an ovarian cancer, she could have some kind of chronic infection, she could have worms. You know, there's a whole lot of possibilities, right? But given her like egg laying history, sorry, we have something that's more likely to be the case. Okay. The only difficulty with all of this is that basically, like, getting down this track of figuring it out just takes a few steps, right? And what we would do first is we would basically do the diagnostics that we need to do. And what that is we would do 3 main tests. One, ultrasound to have a look where that fluid is exactly and what we can do about draining it, okay? Once I know more, I can kind of tell you more, but I'm just giving you some rough kind of ideas of what could be happening, okay? At the end of the day, at the moment, the test that we need to do, it does require an anesthetic, you know, which is just gas, like you have the dentist. It does require taking some blood. Both those things are quite low risk, but they still carry a risk. If you went to the doctor, you got your blood taken, you had x-rays, you're not going to die. With the bird, though, we have to do an anesthetic, we have to take blood, which is quite a bit. Give her a hormone implant, we can, you know, start treating that, we can, you know, do a number of things. But it really just depends, like I said, what we find to be the problem, okay? The only, you know, like I said, downside for most people is just kind of cost. Like, this is not a simple problem, you know, this is not an egg binding, like she doesn't have just an egg sitting there, like this is fluid. So it's more like, you know, you go to the doctor and your belly's just full of fluid, like it's much more about diagnostics and about doing more steps, okay? So for now, like I said, it's going to be a case of, I'll get you an estimate. Whether we do those tests and things today or tomorrow or anytime this week is up to you. But you'll have to just obviously have a think about it and let me know. And like I said, it'll be the first step and then we take more steps after that. But it really depends on what we find, and this has been going on for like a month, so the changes are quite chronic. This is not something that's simple and easy, like this is going to take a bit more work. Okay, I can definitely pull it through.
Hi guys, so we just see the vet and currently Candy is inside. They need to do some procedure to check more on her. Then around before 7 p.m. and then we will come and collect her. Right now it's only 3 p.m. So basically what the doctor said, the lump near her butt area, at first I thought it was egg bound, but actually it was not. They think it could be fluid, but they need to do more procedure to check on it. So I'll update you guys. Hi guys, so it's been 4 hours. The doctor just called us and she shared some bad news. She's gonna explain to you.
So basically the doctor told us that Candy had been suffering inside her body with broken eggshells and some pulse inside her body, yellowish fluid, and lastly is she having liver failure, but her kidney is healthy. Now we are on the way back to the hospital to check with the doctor again. The doctor will furtherly explain to us.
And also because of that, she need to stay in for at least 1 or 2 days.
Yes.
So we will update you guys in the next video.